Okay, so now set operators. What are the set operators in the mathematics?
Union, intersection.
Union, intersection, only two.
Minus.
Next. What else? Minus.
Addition.
We have addition operation.
Oh.
So what are the set operators? So one thing is missing.
Null.
Null? No. Basically, it's no complement. It's not a complement one. Union all. Union all. So these are the set operators. What is this and everything I'll explain. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so what is an operator? For example, we have seen an operators, right? What is an operator? What is an operator? So what is equal to? What is the use of is equal to in where condition? What is the use of is equal to?
It relates to both the columns in two tables.
It's for the joining and it's for like a valuation. Like for example, if you to validate department number is equal to 10. So this is the one operand and this is the another operand. So is equal to is an operator which validates the two operands. Operands means two variables or two, it can be a constant or something, two operands. So the operator is a operates on operand. Basically definition. Operator is a operator operates. So it's a validates, compares something. Okay, it operates on two operands. Operands in the sense is department number value or emp dot department number is equal to dept dot department number. So here also is equal to is a operator like a is null. The checking value of a commission or any other column is null or not null. Okay, is null operator, like operator, greater than, less than. These are all the operators. So operator operates on two operands. One is it can be a column or it can be a value. Okay, so here the set operator. What is the set operator? Set. Basically, we know the definition of an operator. Operator means it operates in the two operands. Okay, whatever operators we have seen so far is equal to, greater than, between, and, or, not null. Okay, everything are called operator operates on the, it can be a column or it can be a constant or thing. But the set operator, the set is nothing but a collection of data. Set is a result set. Set is nothing but in the database point of view, in the relational algebra, the database, every database, Oracle or SQL Server or any database designed or developed based on the relational algebra. It's a mathematical kind of thing. Relational algebra is a mathematical representation. So these databases developed or designed based on the relational algebra. In the relational algebra, the set is nothing but the collection of results returned by a query. Collection of rows or results. By a select. And the set is nothing but a collection of rows returned by a select. So now, as it is a operator, operator operates on two operands. But if any operator which operates on two sets of data, that is nothing but a set operator. The set operator operates on two sets of data. Two sets of data. Two sets of data in the sense is two, that is between two select statements. Two select statement. Okay, so the two select statements. So the syntax is here is a one select statement. It can be any select statement. select statement, and here it is the operator, and here it is another select statement. Okay, so the syntax, this is the one select statement and this is the another select statement. So we are operating between the two select statements. What are the operators we have? We have is union, union all, and third one is intersect, and fourth one is minus. Fourth one is a minus. So union and union all, intersect and minus. What is the difference between union and union all? Okay, before going into the definition, in order to use the set operator between the two select statements, in order to use set operators between two sets of select statements, okay, the first thing is those two select statements should have a common number of columns. The two select statements should select same number of columns. How to operate, and then we will see the two select statements. See, this is the one select statement and this is the another select statement. So we are using this operator. It can be a union, or it can be a union all, or it can be an intersect or minus, anything. If you want to use any one of these four, okay, between the two select statements, the main requirement is the two select statement should have the same number of columns. The two select statement should have a same number of columns. And the second one is, and the corresponding columns should have same data type. The corresponding columns should have the same data type. So the two select statement should select the same number of columns. Okay, two select statements should have a same number of columns, and the corresponding columns of two select statements should have a same data type. The corresponding column means the first column of this one and the first column of this one should have a same data type, and the second column of this one and second column of this one should have a same data type. So the data types should be matched. So these are the two rules we need to satisfy. If the two rules are not satisfied, then we cannot use this operator, set operators between the two select statements. Okay, let's see. Select employee number comma ename comma salary from EMP. Okay, union select department number comma dname comma location from DEP. Is this right or wrong? See, I will explain what is union, how it is going to work. First I am asking, this statement is right or wrong?
Wrong. Salary and location are different data types.
Yes, this is wrong, because here the salary is a number and the location is a varchar. This is wrong because corresponding columns are not satisfying. The second rule is failing. Second rule is failing. So this is wrong, because see here, employee number is a number type, department number type, ename is a varchar, and dname is a varchar, and salary and the location. Salary is a number and the location is a varchar. This is varchar. Anybody? Somebody saying something? Is this right? Is this right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is right. Correct. Because columns are matching. Okay, similarly, this is wrong because the first one is the same number of columns are not using. The concept is very simple. The only thing is we need to know the requirement. We need to know the basic rules. The same number of columns in the two select statements. Super. And the second thing is the corresponding columns of two select statements should have the same data type because this is ruling, and the first rule is failing. It should not have a different columns. Okay, so let's see what is the union and what is the union all, what is intersect, what is in the minus. Okay, so now let's start with the first union. Union all. Union all, the returns all rows from two statements. All rows from two statements. Let's see, returns all rows from the two statements. Select star from employee. Okay, so now I'm using this one. Where department number is equal to 10. Okay, so this one is giving 14 rows and this one is giving 3 rows. Now the union all returns rows from two statements. So the 14 plus 3, 17. Sorry, I have semicolon here. See here 17 because it won't do any other operation, just it clubs the information from two result statements. Okay, and the second one is union. Union returns all rows from the two statements. Okay, removes duplicate rows and displays information in the order by. Results in order by. So the union returns all rows from the two statements. It combines the rows and it removes the duplicate rows. If any row is available in the two select statements, only one time that information will be displayed. See here the 7782 clerk, and here also the 7782 clerk. So the two times. Okay, so now if you use the union, okay, so only I will be getting only 14 rows. See, only 14 rows, and 7782 displays in the only one time, and it displays the information in the order by. See here, it displays the information in the first column, second column, third column. Okay, everybody is clear?
Yes.
We can write any complex statement here. We can write any complex statement having order by, group by, everything can be used. Okay, so now, so the union. So which one is the faster? Harita, union is the faster or union all is the faster? Harita, union is the faster or union all is the faster?
Union.
Okay, and Shravani, which one is the faster?
Union is the faster.
Shalini, which one is the faster?
Union all.
Union all is the faster. Bhavani,
Union.
Kiran garu. Kiran garu, which one is the faster? Are union or union all? Union all. And Abhidam,
Union all and
union all is the faster. Anila,
Union all.
union all is the faster. And then who else is missing? Okay, so whoever says the union all, Divya, which one is the faster?
Union all.
Union all. So whoever says the union all, why you people are saying the union all is the faster?
Because it pulls out all records from both the tables with duplicate, right? So it won't
But
perform
union
anything.
is also displaying the rows from the two statements, right?
Yeah, but union gives only distinct values, right? So it checks whether this example, if you, first we put some value, right? It will check in
Yeah.
other table whether this value is there or not. So if it is duplicate, it won't display.
See here, return all rows from the two statements. Return all rows
No,
from the two
union.
statements. Yeah,
But
right. Your answer is
duplicate.
right. Okay, I'm explaining here. Return all rows from the two statements. Return all rows from the two statements. Here I have written the additional steps. It removes the duplicate rows and displays it order by. So we are doing additional two more steps. So it is doing additional two steps. What are the additional steps it is doing? It removes the duplicate data and it displays the data in the order by. That's why the union all is always faster than the union. Everybody is clear?
Yes.
Union all is always faster because it's not required to do the duplicate. Okay, and additionally an order by. So order by is the most dangerous operation on the database because order by takes a lot of memory. Order by is the costliest operation. Group by and order by is the most dangerous operations on the database. The performance of your query will directly impact if you use the order by. Try to avoid the order by. If it is compulsory required by your the application logic in your project, that's fine. But unnecessarily, don't write the order by. Okay. EMP number and e-name and job salary from employee. Okay. So the union all. So now the second one is intersect. What is the intersect? Returns common rows between two select statements. The common rows means all columns should have the same data type. If I use the intersect, see the common rows between two, only the information will display is 7782 78 because these three rows available in both statements, the common rows, and it is a minus. The second one is minus 1. Return rows available in one select statement, select, and not in another one. Okay, so this is a minus. That means the rows in this one and not in this one. A minus B available in A and not in B. A minus B is available in A and not in B. A minus B. Simple thing. See here 11 rows. Okay, so now here I have a 14 rows and here I have a 3. So 14 minus 3 because these 3 rows are available in 2. So now I'm getting only rows in here and not in here. Everybody is clear? This is simple. So operate, minus operator. Union all, intersect and minus. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear? Okay, so now let's see. So one restriction. Okay, now I'm writing some different statement. Please observe this one. So that I'm using the union. Employee number, e-name and job salary from employee. Let's remove this salary. Okay, so now here I'm selecting the data from department. Now DEPT number and D name, and it is the location, department number and everything. Okay, so now Observe carefully. It is showing employee number, e-name and job. Okay, column names in your result is always from the first select. Column names, see here, these are the resulted select statement columns, column headings of the result. Set operators, column headings. After execution of this one, it returns a rows. Okay, so how it is going to return a rows? It returns a rows with column headers of the first statement. It's always returns the column headers from the first. From first select statement. First select, and the second one is, okay, so now I'm using order by here. Order by employee number. Order by employee number. This is absolutely wrong. We cannot use order by in a first statement. We cannot use order by from first statement. First select and the second one. So order by is always from the second statement at the end of the select, because order by executes after successful processing of your select statement. That's why it is always from the at the end. Don't confuse. Here I am using order by employee number. Employee number is not from the select statement. It is from the total results. The total results. This is employee number is not from the second. Okay, employee number is not from the second statement. And one thing is, and everybody is clear. So please remember this. Order by columns. Okay, always returns a column headers from the first select statement. Yes, that is the correct. That means all rows that comes with the employee number, e-name, comma, job. Okay, now the second rows. Okay, order by. We cannot use order by in the first statement. We cannot use order by in the first statement because order by is not required in the first one, because order by executes at the end of the select statement. And the second one is order by column names. Column names specified in the order by should be in the first select statement. See here. Okay, so now I'm using order by department number. This is wrong because I don't have the order by. Department number invalid identifier. It looks for the department number after successful execution of the select statement. This is wrong. Because after successful execution, so the column headers from the first select statement. This is from this first one. So I cannot use order by in the this one. Order by columns. Select only. So these are the three restrictions. Only 5. Total 5. The first thing is same number of columns in the two select statement, and the second one is corresponding columns should have a same data type, and third one is always returns a column headers from the first select, and the second one is fourth one is we cannot use the order by from the first select, and order by columns are from the first select statement. Okay, everybody? Everybody is clear, yes or no, please?
Yes.
And we can use any number of any levels like a union, is this right? Is the statement is right? So the number of columns are matching. Is the number of columns are matching? Is the statement is right or wrong? One by one. Is the statement is right?
Right only, correct only.
Everadi,
Janita?
is that correct? So the number of columns are matching. Abhiram.
It's wrong because there is no column called null.
There is no.
Column called null.
What is null?
I mean the department, they wrote department number. Null.
No, here I am using. Null. Null is not a column, but we can use. If you want to use, so naake vinipistundi. See here. So null can be used. If you have only 3 columns, you don't have a 4th column, but if you want to use the select, use the null. This is right. We can nesting, so we can add set operators at the any level, and at the same time we can use null in place of a not null column. If you don't have a column but still want to use that select statement, see, I have only 3 columns from the department number, but I want to use the select in my total query. Obviously we have to use null. Okay, everybody is clear on the set operator, or anybody have any doubts, please let me know.
No doubt.
No doubts? Everybody, please respond. Okay, so we're going to see the tough most concept, important topic, and little bit. Okay. Now let's see. I want to write a query, write a select statement to find list of employees, okay, who are getting salary greater than average salary. Write a select statement to find list of employees who are getting salary greater than average salary. How can I write this query? Write a query to find salary greater than average salary. How to write a query? Anybody have any doubts? How to write a query to find employees who are getting salary? Sir, please, I am listening my voice only. Who are getting salary greater than average salary? How to write this query? Anybody have any idea? How? Okay, how many parts are there in my query? 2 parts. This query has 2 parts. Okay, the one thing is finding average salary. Finding average salary. So then compare average salary with sal column of every table, every row in employee table, 2 tables. Okay, so how do you find average salary? Pranita garu, average is a group function. We cannot use it in the where condition, right?
Okay, I got it now. Select staff, select ename sal, count, average sal, group by, not group by, yes, group by, oh my god.
Okay, let me explain it, okay? You are almost there, okay? But
And having the average salary that greater than sal, we should do something like that.
Finding average salary. First thing is we need to find average salary. First of all, how do you find average salary? No, that's not correct. Okay, so how do you find average salary first?
Addition of all salaries by the total number of employees.
Total number of employees. Do you really need to calculate that much, or do we have any function to find average salary?
ABG sal.
ABG salary. Abhiram garu, how can you use a round? average salary from employee. So first thing is I'm getting the average salary. So average salary is 2073. Let's make it as a 2073. Okay. So now I want to compare, select star from employee where salary greater than 2073, right? So the salary greater than average salary. This is, but I cannot execute two select statements. I want to execute everything in a single. So what I am doing is
Group by. Okay, now I got it. Select. Then. Yeah.
first get a subquery. Okay, sorry, get a result. So instead of hard coding here, okay, instead of hard coding, I'm replacing that with a query. Okay.
Sir, I also did the same one actually, almost. Yes. Select the cell from EMP. I wrote it where cell greater than I wrote. Then select the cell. Actually, I don't need to give the cell. Instead of giving that one, you have to give the average cell.
Yeah. So average salary. So I'm executing. So instead of, see here, the first thing is first find the average salary. Okay, this is my average salary, 2073. Now compare average salary with the salary column of every row in employee. So now I want to compare that average salary. So whatever results I got in this query, I'm using here. What I'm doing is, I cannot write a two select statements. I want everything in a single. So instead of hard coding, I'm putting this in another query. So now I'm going to execute this whole part. What is this? A query inside a query. See, this is a query. This is a whole query. I have a query. This is called as a whole query, and this is another query. A query inside a query. Inside a query. This is nothing but a subquery. A query inside a query is called as a subquery. Okay, so one is parent query and another one is a child query or inner query. Okay, in the above example, so this is called as a subquery. This is called as a child query or inner query, and this whole one is called as the parent query. The subquery, a query inside a query. Query inside a query. Okay, query inside a query is called as a subquery. So if anybody asks, so when we have to write a query, everybody is clear with the definition of a subquery. Subquery is nothing but a query inside a query. Okay, everybody is clear?
So here first child query will give the result, then it will go to the parent query.
Yes, let me explain that one. Okay, so now everybody is clear with the definition of a subquery. A query inside a query is called a subquery. One is parent query and another one is the child query. Okay, everybody is clear with the definition? Yes or no? Okay, now, right, so subquery is query inside a query. So when we have to go with the subquery, first question is, when we have to go with subquery. When we have to go with a subquery. Okay, if your requirement contains the two parts and one part results can be used in the another part. Okay, see, my question is, if your requirement contains two parts. Okay, so if your requirement contains the two parts, one part result is required for the another part. One part result is required for another part. So then we have to, please note down, then we have to use a subquery concept. Subquery. We have to use a subquery. See, subquery is not required every time. Only time when we have to go is if a query needs two parts and one part result is required for the another part. See here the query. So my requirement is to get a salary employees who are getting salary greater than average salary. Okay, two parts. One is first finding the average salary and then compare the average salary with salary column. Two parts are there. Okay, two parts when we have to go. So how subquery is going to execute? How a subquery is going to execute? Subquery contains two parts. One is inner query and the second one is parent query. Okay, first inner query is going to execute. So then the result of inner query will be used for comparing in the main query. Then the results of subquery, inner query, will be used in main query. See, the first it is going to use, first it is going to get the 2073. So then Oracle will compare every row of employee table with this constant value. Everybody is clear? So which one is going to execute? First inner query is going to execute and then it is going to execute a main query. Everybody is clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So a subquery can be used in any part of a select. A subquery, we will see the examples. Used in any part of select statement like where select, in from also, and in from class. Anywhere we can use it. A select query can be used in anywhere. A subquery can be used in any part of the select statement where a select and a from. Anywhere it can be used. Okay, let's see. I'm going to write a, so is everybody clear with this one? Now I want to write a query. Everybody write it on the chart. Write a select statement for finding list of employees so who are working in department sales, who are working in a department sales. Okay, one by one please write it on your chat box. So write a select statement to find a list of employees who are working in a department sales. Write a statement immediately, 2 minutes time. Everybody please write. Nobody is writing. Write a select star from ఎవరది రాసి ఇచ్చింది నాకు? Shalini, select star from employee where department number is equal to sales. Okay, let's see next one. Next. Everybody please. Abhiram, select star from department where department dot number is equal to sales. Okay, Abhiram, Shravani, Pranita garu, Divya, Harita, Anila, only 1 minute. So write a select statement for finding select star from department where D name is equal to sales. Okay, next. Select star from EMP where department number is equal to sales. Okay. 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 First thing is, I'll come with this Shalini. Do we have, okay, what is the data type of department number?
Number another, sorry,
Can
that's
you
a
compare
mistake.
with the sales?
Yeah.
Okay. Kiran garu. Okay. So now my question is to find list of employees. But why you are giving the select star from, I'm not asking the department list. I want the employees, right? Harita, I'm asking the employees, not the department. Pranita garu, do we have the department name in the employee table?
Yeah.
Do we have the department
Yes, right.
name in the employee table?
Yes, sir. D name.
Do we have the D name in the employee table? Where is it?
Oh.
Bhavani, department number and sales. These are the two different data types, right?
లేదు నేను కన్ఫ్యూజ్ నేను హెచ్ఆర్ మీద ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాను సార్ అందులో ఉంది యాక్చువల్ గా అందుకని నేను డైరెక్ట్ రాస్తాను హెచ్ఆర్ స్కీమా మీద ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తున్నాను
దీని మీద చెయ్యి, ఓకే?
ఓకే ఓకే అందులో అన్ని మొత్తం అన్ని ఉన్నాయి అందుకని రాస్తాను అందులో
అయినా ఉండవు కదా?
అందులో ఉందండి యాక్చువల్ మొత్తం అన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఎంప్లాయీ టేబుల్లో.
ఇక్కడ మా డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నేమ్ లేదు కదా ఇక్కడ.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్
రైట్, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఉండదు.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ లేదా? ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే, హెచ్ఆర్ లో కూడా ఉండదు అది. ఓకే, select star from Anila, select star from employee where department number is equal to department number from department number where DEPT name is equal to sales from department number. Okay, D name. And Divya, select star from employee where E name is equal to sales. Do we have a D name in employee table? Okay, so the query is, it contains the two parts. It contains two parts. The first thing is, okay, the first thing is here two tables are involved, EMP and DEPT. EMP and DEPT. Okay, there is no department name in employee table. We have the department name in sales, but we have the department. We have department number in the employee table. Okay. So Harita, that is 99% correct. Select star from employee. Select star from employee where Abhiram garu correct, Anila correct, department number Harita 99% correct is equal to, why I am saying 99 is star is not required. Department number from DEPT where D name is equal to sales. The only thing is we need to put it in a double quotes. First thing is we need to find the department number. Two parts are there. We need to find the department number from employee table. Yes, 30. And then that 30 is equal to this one. Okay. Anybody is clear? Or anybody have any doubts? Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
So we can use joins also, right? Here?
Yes, yes.
Can we use it?
Okay. Can everybody write the same query using joins? I want the same output with the joins. Right? Please write everybody. Please write it in your chat boxes. And one thing is, one thing, please, before starting writing, and please remember this one. Okay, how many columns we are getting in a subquery is equal to, we need to match this number of columns. Here we are getting one column, here we will be use only one column. If a columns are mismatched, so then it will give an error. Okay, for example, see, if I use a star here, so this one is giving multiple rows, multiple columns, but we are comparing with a single column. This is wrong. Okay, and is this right? Yes or no? One by one, please tell me, is this right? One by one. Is this correct? This statement is correct. Select star from employee where department number is equal to select department number from DEPT. Is this correct? Yes or no? One by one, please.
Yes, sir.
Evaradi?
Sanita, yes, sir.
Okay, next one by one. Abhiram Garu. Shalini, Shravani, Divya, Kiran, Harita, Anila.
We need a single value to compare with return.
First I'm asking yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Everybody is no?
Where condition?
Kiran no.
No.
Abhiram no. Next remaining people. Shalini no. Divya no. Next.
Okay, one, sir. Sorry, sir. Actually, this is Pranita, and this is wrong query because we are saying
Yes,
DEPT
yes,
again.
no, I don't want the explanation. I am waiting for the others. Yes or no?
No.
No. Next other people. Anila and Harita. Yes or no?
No.
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 Okay. Yes. Everybody. Shravani, is this correct? Shravani,
Yes, sir, this is correct.
how it is correct? Is it possible to compare a one value with a multiple value? See here, select department number from DEPT. So I am getting 4 rows, right? So I cannot compare one value. Here I am comparing one value with multiple values. It is not possible. It will give you single row subquery return more than one row. Please mute. This is wrong. Everyone is correct. Okay, because a single row subquery returns only one value. Because the single row subquery, if you use a select statement with is equal to in a subquery, then it should return only one value. Okay, how can I make this query work? Any idea? How can I make this query work? Okay, sorry. So write this select statement, this same above select statement with joins. Select E name, department number, D name, department name, EMP, DEPT, where, yes, that's right. Other people. Can everybody write the same select statement with the joins? Okay. Now, okay, so what is the wrong in this statement? A single row subquery. Whenever you use a subquery with the is equal to operator, I'm not writing here that statement, please note it down. Whenever I'm using a subquery with is equal to operator, it should not return more than one row. It should not return more than one row. That's the rule. First thing is a subquery with is equal to operator should not return more than one row. Subquery with is equal to should not return more than one row. And the second one is, so how can I make this work? So how can I correct this problem?
Not equal to.
Not equal to also, it should not compare with the multiple values, right? See, not equal to also, one value not equal to multiple values, which is not I want to work this query. I want to make this is happen. So that means one value comparing with multiple values.
Okay.
Air condition, where department equal to 10.
Now,
See, my question is this. I want to compare one value with multiple values. Which operator I need to use? One value comparing with the multiple values. Kiran, Abhiram, Shravani. One value comparing. See here, this is the department. Sorry?
Union.
What is the union? Union is to combine the two.
Oh,
Union is to combine the two select statement. Right here, I have only one select statement.
Union all.
Union is also to combine the two selects. I have only one select.
Intersection.
Intersection is also two select statements, right? Here I have only one select statement. See, my subquery, this is giving
Union all.
union is also the two select statement. I don't have a two select statements here. See, my question is, this subquery is written more than one row. Sir, mute change. Please mute it. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40. And I want to compare the four values with the department number. So how it is possible? So which operator you will use for comparing one column value against a list of values?
In operator.
In operator. See, comparing one value with the multiple values. Right? One second, sir. Okay, so one value comparing with multiple values. This is right, because see, whenever there is a chance of getting more than one row from subquery, then I cannot compare that multiple values with is equal to operator. Then I have to go with the in operator. See here, so this one, this is giving multiple rows, 10, 20, 40. So now this is right. This I can compare with 10, 20, 30, 40. So one column can be compared with multiple values. In
Can we use any or all operator? Instead of
any or all operator, how do you use the any or all operator? For which operator you will use the any? You will use with is equal to any or greater than any or less than any.
Okay.
Right? Is equal to any or greater than any or less than any. Yes, it is possible to use any. Okay. If you have anything. So like this. This is possible. Any is possible. In is possible. The only thing is, the only point you need to remember is, when a subquery returns more than one row, you cannot use with the is equal to. If a subquery returns more than one row, we have to use a in operator. Okay. Is equal to any, it's not a good way of writing a select statement. Even though it will work, but it is not a good practice. Okay. So any mostly useful for greater than or less than. You cannot compare greater than or less than with in. The only way you can compare with any greater than value or any less than value or any all value. Okay, everybody? Everybody is a clear subquery concept. Yes or no? Okay, so the subquery is very important. Now let's see. We have a few more concepts in the subqueries. Okay, let me write a query. A subquery can be used in main query. One second. Okay, so now okay, this one is my query. So in this one, so this is using a subquery in a select statement. Nesting of subquery is possible. One thing is nesting of subqueries. Is possible, or that means here I can write another query where, okay, so I can use a d name is equal to, I can use a subquery, another subquery. This is possible. So this is called as a nesting of subqueries, a query inside a query and inside another query. So this is a 3 levels of queries. This is 3 levels of queries. See here, this is a one query, department number. See, this is a innermost query, and this I'm comparing with this one, and I'm comparing this one, main query. So this is called as the nesting of subquery. The only thing is we need to see how many parts are there and which one is going to execute first and which one is going to execute last. Okay, everybody is clear? Okay, so the nesting of subqueries is possible. Okay, subquery can be used. So example is this one. So please note down this one. Nesting of subqueries is possible. Example syntax is this one. A subquery can be used in where it can be used in from, it can be used in select list also. It can be used in select list also. The subquery can be used in where? Subquery can be used in from, subquery can be used in a select list. That means we can use it here also. Let me write a query. I want to write a query like this. Okay, write a query. Please note this important. Write a query to find list of employees. Sorry, to find e-name, employee number, salary, department number, and number of employees. Number of employees in each department, in corresponding department. Corresponding department. For example, 7369 Smith. Okay, so the salary is 800 and department number 20, and how many employees are there in department number 30? I want like this. Okay, 7499 Ellen and salary is 1600 and department number 30 and total is 6, like this. So how can I write a query to find this kind of output? Okay, so let's think. Anybody have any idea? Any guesses? Okay, now let's see. So how can you find, to find a query, number of employees in each department? How do you write a query to find number of employees in each department?
Count.
Write a query, complete query.
Okay.
Write a query to find number of employees in each department. Anybody finished it? Anybody finished it? Please write it on the chat box. Write a query to find number of employees in each department. Please write it on the chat box. Nobody is writing number of employees in each department. Count of star from employee, order by department number. No, that's wrong. Shalini, Abhiram, Kiran. Number of employees in each department query. Pranita Gara, that's wrong. You cannot use group function if you have a column without group by. That's completely wrong. Where is the group by?
Sir, no, I didn't finish it. By accident I pressed the send button.
Divya, you have only select. Number of employees in each department. That's a simple query. Select department number, comma, count of star from employee, group by department number. Yes, that's right. Okay. Any other idea? Department number, comma, count of star from EMP, group by department number. Simple.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Where? What is the difference between your query?
Oh my god. So actually, see, I was writing like, select ename, EMP number and sal, count DEP10O from EMP. In the down, I wrote like a group by DEP10O.
It won't work.
Why?
What is the fundamental rule of group by? What is the fundamental rule of group by? You wrote this one, right? You wrote like this, right?
Yes.
How it will work? What is the fundamental rule of group by? The number of columns in the select list and number of columns in the group by should match, right? How many columns you are selecting in the select list? How many columns you are selecting in the select list?
So I should not use all this ename, EMP and all?
Without a group by, you can't use it. That's a fundamental rule, not a group by expression. Because the columns what you are selecting should be in your group by. That is the fundamental rule of group by. Okay. Prancha garu ardhamainda?
Still I'm confused.
What is the group by definition? Meer aa roju notes raskunnara?
Yeah, no.
Group by, see here, what is the definition of a group by? The purpose of the group by is to divide the data into results. So if you want to use a group by, okay, so the columns what you are selecting, that means employee number, e-name and salary should be in your group by. See here,
okay, that means I should give
columns, but you are using only one group by. Okay, this is wrong. Now, this is correct to get the number of employees in each department number. Let's see, count. Okay, so now my requirement is to write e-name, employee number and salary department. Let's see, select e-name, comma, employee number, comma, salary, comma, department number from EMP. This is my requirement. Perfect. But apart from this one, I need to know the count in each one also. Count in, here I want a count also. Okay, so how can I get a count? This is the query to get a count. How can I write this one? This one. So I want to join these two. Okay, let's see. EMP, I'm giving alias is a dot ename. and a dot employee number, that is the alias name, a dot salary, and a dot department from EMPA, comma, within a bracket. So instead of table, I'm using this query. Please note this one. So using a subquery in a from class, this one. So I'm considering entire this as a B. So now how it is going to work? So now I'm giving the column alias for this one as a count. So I'm considering this complete query as a table to my another query B. Okay, so where A dot department number is equal to B dot department number, where A dot department number is equal to B dot department number. So now from the second table B, I'm selecting count.
You didn't write select DEPT B.
I wrote the count 2 times. Right? See, this is subquery in the from. What I'm doing here is, so this query, I'm executing this query, but I want to use this query as a table and join with employee table. So this is a subquery, but I'm giving a name B to this subquery and I'm joining with these two, and I'm selecting only one column from B. B is my table. So if you use a subquery in from list, that is called as a inline view. Using subquery in from is called as inline query, inline view, sorry, inline view. Inline view. If anybody asks you what is an inline view is nothing but a using a query in a select statement. Everybody is a clear, please? Everybody is a clear, yes or no?
Sir, can you execute only this select DEPT and count star CNT from EMP? Yeah, can you just so here we are not getting all the information which we needed.
Why you are not getting all the information? So where it is missing? Which one is missing?
E-name, EMPNO.
If you execute a whole query, we will get that information, right? Okay. See, why you are executing only subquery? The subquery, you are executing only subquery, right? The subquery what I have written is to find a count in each employee table. That's it, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now I'm considering this results. So first I wrote my subquery. I'm considering this results as a table to another query. And I'm joining this one. So first I wrote this one. I gave a name to as B. And I want to use this B as a table and joining with employee table to get the required output. Okay, so why I am not getting null? Why I am not getting null? How can I use a null? So why, see if I execute this query, here I am getting only 13, right? But how many employees are there in my employee table?
14.
14. Okay, this is missing. Martin is missing. So why it is Martin is missing? It should give 1, right, for Martin? How can I work it? How can I work it? Why? First of all, why I am getting only 13 instead of 14?
Because Martin doesn't have department number.
Martin doesn't have a department number. That's perfect. So how can
You
I
can
work?
use left outer join, right?
Sorry?
Left outer join. Left outer join.
Left outer join is say one option. So how can I make the left outer join? So on what side we need to put a plus? Let's see. Is it going to work?
Yes.
But null, right? But I want to count 1. Right? This is right, but I want to count 1. Okay, left outer join is a one nice option. Okay. I cannot compare null with null, right? See, this is also null. Data department number is null. And here also I am getting null. Can I compare null with null? See, this is also giving the null. Okay. This query, department number is also null with 1. Okay. In my employee table is also null. So can I compare null is equal to null? What is? Is null is equal to null? Is it correct? Or is what is the value of null is equal to null?
Nothing.
Null. Can I compare null is equal to null?
No.
No, we cannot compare a null with null. So then what can I do?
NVL function is
Yes, NVL function. NVL of a dot department number, comma -1. I'm using a -1 on both sides. I want to convert NVL function on both sides. Why I'm using -1 is I want to use this some value. Right? Everybody is clear with this one? Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Anybody have any doubts, please?
Can you repeat it again?
See, both sides we have a null. In employee table, we have a null. Department number is null. Okay, so if I execute this query individually, I'm getting department number is also null. So I cannot compare null is equal to null. See, 30 is equal to 5. Okay, so here 30. I have a 30. Wherever I have a 30, I'll get a 5. Okay, wherever I have a 20, I'll get a 5. Wherever I have a 10, I'll get 3. But null, it should get 1. But this null, okay, and I'm comparing with this null. So null is equal to null is not possible. I cannot compare null is equal to null. So then what I'm doing is I'm replacing null with a -1. Wherever this a dot department number is equal to null, so it uses the -1. Wherever it is b dot department number is equal to 1, it uses the -1. For a Martin record, here it is null, and this null is replaces with -1 and compares with every row of these results, and I'm using here instead of null I'm using the -1. So -1 is equal to -1. So and the corresponding information will be displayed. That's why I'm getting Martin department null is equal to 1 record. Everybody is clear? Anybody have any other doubts, please? Okay, so please practice. Okay, I will be sending to everybody today at the end of the class. I will be sending 200 SQL statements needs to be answered. I'm giving tomorrow and day after tomorrow. I want your answers back on Monday. Please don't take it as easy. Please write answer to all those questions. Okay.
వినేగర్ నోట్స్ పంపిరా కొంచెం
ఈ రోజు
జాయిన్స్ ఒకటి జాయిన్స్ పంపించారు అది మీరు మండే క్లాస్ ట్యూస్డే పంపిస్తాను చెప్పారు.
ఓకే ఓకే నేను నోట్స్ పంపిస్తానండి. ఓకే
ఓకే థాంక్స్.
Okay, so I will be sending at the end of the class. I will send all the notes to you and everybody. And the one thing is I will send a one assignment and please practice. Not please practice. Practice all. That's 100%. You need to finish all the 200 questions as much as possible you can. So maybe you will feel little bit difficulty for 1 or 2 statements, but don't write those 2 statements. Okay, so then always consider as a EMP, DEPT and bonus tables only, salary grade tables. Okay, everybody is it clear? Yes or no? We have a one more small concept of a subqueries, so that we will discuss in the tomorrow class. So another category of subqueries are called as a correlated subqueries. How many times a subquery is going to execute? My question. How many times a subquery is going to execute? See, this is a subquery, right? A query inside a query. How many times a inner query is going to execute? One or multiple times? How many times a subquery is going to execute? One or many? How many? How it is possible multiple times a subquery? Subquery executes first, only one time it is going to execute, and the results will be passed to main query for testing, right? So how is a query is going to execute? First a subquery is going to execute, and the results of that subquery will be passed to main query, only one time. There is another category of subquery which is called as a correlated subquery, which will execute multiple times. That we will see in tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock we have a class. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock we have a class, and we will start subqueries again. Correlated subquery. It's a small another version of subquery, and then we will start insert, update, and then delete. And if we have a time, we can do merge and insert all. Okay, and Sunday no class, again we have a class on Monday. Okay, so see you tomorrow. Everybody is clear? I hope everybody is getting. And one thing I'm not happy is nobody is sending in notes. Nobody is sending a note. That's the fundamentally you need to send in notes to me every day, but you are not sending in notes. Okay, please try to write in notes and send it to me back. Okay, everybody, see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Good night. Everybody have any doubts in the subquery concept or set operators before closing? Last time, yes or no? Only one person knows, other persons. Yes. Yes, you have doubts? Abhiram, do you have any doubts? Okay.
No.
See you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Don't miss the tomorrow's class, because tomorrow is going to be a DML. We are going to miss the important class. Okay, sir. Bye. Good night. Abhiram garu, meeku complete notes పంపిస్తా మీకు.
ఓకే అండి, నేను కాల్ చేశాను మీకు రేపటి గురించి ఓడి అది ఒకసారి కాల్ చేస్తాను.
మీ కాల్ చేయండి.